Everyone, Chris here. Got some updates for March the 1st. Okay, interesting stuff. We've been getting some really good clearings. Now, the causal. Anybody who's taken Reiki or quantum touch or whatever, one of the areas that you work on is the causal body. So for the longest time, I've been taking away from the causal body. My pendulum would not go there. I'm like, okay, no causal body, whatever that means. I always thought maybe it's a reptilian type of thing or something. But what I was been told the last few weeks is to look into the causal grids. Instead of calling it causal body, causal self, call it the causal grids. And that seems to really open the door up quite a bit as far as problems in the body. And what happens in the causal body, you get an effect in your physical body. So by clearing out the causal grids, that makes a big difference. Now, something else to do with the causal grids, this is called the reptilian or Draco dominion. The word dominion means ownership of. So if your causal grids are dominion of reptilians, they own it. It's theirs. You can't touch it. So what we do is we take the causal grids and say reptilian dominion false. Let the shift happen, and then causal grids source true. Making a big difference. That one is really good. That's a big cork out of the bottle thing. Now here's another one. This is an interesting one, and it's been coming up for a lot of people. Now everything in our body is polarity. Everything's polarity. It's got different north and south polarities, whatever. So we have a date of birth. We're born on a certain day. We're here, we had a birthday. If you're watching this, you haven't died yet. So we need to give you a death day. Okay, so this doesn't mean that we're going to tell you what day you're going to die on or what you're going to die of. What this is going to do is solidify that polarity so that you do have a set day of death within the universe, within heaven, whatever. And nothing can take you before that time. No accident can happen. No reptilian can come down and swoop and take you away or whatever. So this has been coming up quite a bit for people, and it has been making some differences. So simply, day of death, true. Simple as that. So that is going to firm up that polarity. I did speak with some people of my peers, and they said, interesting, I think I see what you're trying to do here. So there is some concept to it for sure. So the causal grids now, if something is disconnected from the causal grid, let's say you have a weak heart all the time, it may be disconnected from the causal grid. So simply connect the heart to the causal grids, and then it can receive energy. Same with anything else. So once we've reconnected that causal grid to source, then it's causal grids love true. That's where you want to send the love. Love true, love true. And that tends to really bring the energy back up within somebody. So those three alone have been opening more doors, and what I see when I do those clearings is that we're able to find more realistic things. You know, Gwen towers, cell towers, all of these things that people talk in a conspiracy sense about seem to come up, and then we're able to clear that energy and people feel better. Again, it's all proof in the pudding. It's taking all of this conspiracy stuff, putting it into practice, and then if somebody feels better when you move that energy, then you know there's something to it. It's really as simple as that. So that's where we've been going lately, and definitely getting some results. So again, as always, onward, upward. ALS, diabetes, all you buggers, I'm coming for you. we're working on it. I am working with somebody in Winnipeg with ALS, and as soon as we got something to report, we're going to report it. You know, diabetes, heck, everybody's got diabetes. It's diabetes is worth more money in North America than oil is in Iraq. I mean, if you figure that, you know, consider that, you kind of figure where it's all coming from and what's happening with it. So anyways, that's updates for March. If anything big comes up, I'm certainly going to let you know. So keep an eye. Chris out.